So this is the beginning of the video, and man, I don't feel like starting the video. Oof, I really lose the ball at the 3-minute mark, and it's just one of those things where I don't even get the ball under control. Right, I see the person coming. I have two options, and it's to pass to him, but it's getting close, and also to pass back to him. When I just try to have the ball under control, it just rolls away. Sounds like I'm blaming the ball, but this terrain or even my skill is terrible. Right, because I felt this pressure from the back, and even I'm not scanning. Sometimes I don't scan at all in moments like this. Right, in free form situations. I still don't know the way situations should end up to be, but yeah, as they play, the whole point is for them to push it forward, and yeah, we get possession of the ball, and by the 4-minute mark, yeah, the guy he gets possession of the ball, right? So he goes against the momentum, right? And then he stops the ball. He pushes it away, going against the momentum. Alright, and if you saw me and you saw Ghana, if you could have made the link-up play. But then you made the link-up play with the young guy. So yeah, I received the ball. Straight in the middle. And he sees it, he passes through the gap. And it's my bad for not even taking advantage of this. I could have just stalled. Okay, yeah, it happened. So I see him moving, but no one is setting themselves up well. No one is activating on the left side, and I see he's taking a run. The reason why I took the run is because I saw he was ahead of this guy, but I also wish that I'd scan my situation and just look around to see the numbers, right? And it's cool that everyone is going there to protect the pole, but I should have been a little bit closer to the ball considering how the situation is. And he passes it, and I go behind him. But I think it was for the best, because at times when you have opponents who are at least behind you, running after the ball, if the ball can just go through them and you stay at the back, then you can have a goal. So then I score, and they continue playing. And this thing of back rank progression plays is what I've been noticing they capitalize on. So I move over, and I'm looking for the people just to block, right? So the ball gets started, and I'm moving to the wing, and I get past the ball. In moments like this, it's very confusing for me, because I look up and it's either I don't find anyone in this pressure. In the case that I don't see anyone, yeah, I think capitalizing on the space so that I can have a numbers game at our advantage would be a good idea. So I scan, and I pass to this guy, and it's around the 5-minute mark. I didn't like the way I passed, right? Because it was influenced by indecision, a little bit, not of indecision, but time constraint and pressure. For the most part, I want to be able to see the game clearly and actually see the options, so that I can actually choose whenever I have the ball or a situation. In football, for myself especially, when I have the ball, it's not easy to just look up and just decide, okay, this is the person I'm going to pass based on the situation, right? So yeah, they just adjusted the camera here, and this guy receives the ball in the middle, and a little bit of me knew that I should be there, but I wasn't there, because I like the idea of progressing play, and it's something I'm learning, something that slowly I'm changing into. So he turns, doesn't scan, right? But he has a nice turn, and me, I'm there, but then I didn't like the way he just dinked it and expected me to get it, because it went against my body orientation and I had to turn. Right, so then we're having a numbers game. The numbers game is at equal, so they try to switch, and the winger is up high, but he decides to play it. I felt like it would have been a good option, especially with Lethan, who has himself set up at the back rank here, a 1v1 with the guy in the brown, and then target to goal. So this guy tries to escape, but then the guy in the black intercepts it, right? And I should have been there to just stop this guy from receiving the ball, because that's what he was running to. He was running to the 90. Both of our defenders committed to just one guy, so it makes it uneven and exposes our pole. If only he just dinked it, would have been such a better play. My main struggle is actually just deciding what to do, right? Because I received the ball, and I see myself, this is the 7 minute, I see myself scanning, but I felt like I should be the one at least trying to start something or to do something, but I'm still trying to change those old behaviors. For the most part, this puck football is very chaotic, and it's just chaotic. That's what I would say. On the corner, on the side, he goes, drawing two people in. I'm trying to see what does the situation cause. So you can see they switch the ball, and it's because there's the ratio on the one side is the same, right? And because we came over there, it allows them to have space and a better situation, right? So he goes out, he goes back, and he shoots, and it's a back rank. You can see here, like, his intention at the 8-minute mark, his intention was to overtake me, but he didn't overtake me immediately, because I was turning and I was trying to prevent it. If he overtook me immediately, then I would have had an opportunity. So the game goes on, they switch it, so he gets possession of the ball, but then the ball is intercepted. I kind of wish it was easier to do, but looking up in situations like this is very hard, because you're trying to maintain two people and also see what's going on, right? So I think one thing that could help is having the hands up, because I was in the middle there and people were there for support. This is a good pass, the one to the wing, because it just takes out many players out of the game. So he runs, and we all go into the back, and he takes a shot, and it's a goal. Sometimes when I play here, I feel like my presence just disappears, and whenever I ask for the ball, it's just hard to get into the ball. The moments when it actually works that I ask for the ball and receive it is for two reasons. Either someone just tells that person to pass me the ball, or I look as if I know what I'm about to do next. It's a little bit offensive. It's a little bit, I don't know what to say, but annoying, but I know I'm just still working on my systems. So the 10-minute mark, I received the ball. I didn't scan, and it's moments like this where I have to scan just to see who's around me. So this guy runs, the one in the red, and he runs over, pushing the defenders to one side. I'm clearly covered, but what if I kept on running instead, and it would have drawn the guy in green shorts, so that this guy can shoot. So it's a square and it becomes a 2v1. But the ball is intercepted. And then for him, it's just trying to get the ball away and them switching it. Right, okay, so it's cool. I received the ball. Gosh, I hate this ball. But yeah, I fake going this one way, right? And I try to just keep the ball under control. And I see the pressure coming, so I turn and I quickly pass it away, because the touch made it hard for the ball to be in my proximity. And you see, it's like moments like this where there's a person right between two players. I just need to look, right? I just need to pass and look up. But I wasn't aware. I looked, but everything in that moment is a blur, and nothing really makes sense. The information isn't just clocking in. And it's one of my sticking points. And I don't like the way I was running here, you know, on the 10-minute mark toward the Bali. It felt a little just straight. It didn't correlate. I don't know why, but at least run in an angle. Right, so then we do this link up play. He passes me. The moment he passes the other player, he receives the ball. And I wish that look at the result of what he's done. It creates space behind him, which I should have capitalized on immediately and tell him to give me a heel pass. So I come here and I ask for the ball, and it works what he does. He receives it, he keeps it under control, he turns and he tries to shoot. And I didn't see this because I was so focused on the ball. Another weakness, that this guy's running in from the back and he shoots. In the situations where I'm surrounded by at least 4 guys, sounds very weird. I don't know what to do. That's the truth of the matter. And it's not like I can quickly assess what the hell is going on. It's a blur. That's why I also think it's important that a person know how much time they have on the ball. Even with a ball like this, knowing how much time you have on the ball based on what you're doing. So I quickly scan here. Now we're at the 11, and then I move forward, just trying to find teammates here. And I think he came, but it was out of frame. I couldn't just knock it out like this. Maybe if I passed through this gap, he would have ran for it. But then the angle which he took wasn't working to my advantage. And also, I felt like I could have just passed it to the kid, and because it was a 2v2, and I would have opened up. The thing about, okay, oddly enough, I'm weak to understanding situations that can either progress the game. So instead, I just settle for this pass here under so much difficulty. Yeah, and then he sees the ball. This guy is really good at he's so calm on the ball, and something I'd love to learn, but me, when I should learn how to not get in the way like this, or be in the 90 of someone running straight toward. Instead, he should kick the ball toward me, and then I should be able to intercept it at a 90-degree angle. But then, yeah, once I understand the way of playing football, it'll be much easier. Right, so he passes and I receive the ball. See him pressure. So now at the 14-minute mark, I've noticed that when it comes to scanning, it's one of my weaknesses, and I lack, in a way, to say confidence. But there's a way that I say I get confidence, and it's a long story. But long story short, for me to get confidence, I have to get good at something, and I have to know I'm really good at it, and I'm sort of unbeatable in a way. But yeah, that belief. So around that time, I'm trying to get into the middle and opening up his face. I'm not very sensitive to the situation before I receive the ball. Hence is why when I look at it, I say I could have helped my teammates get on the ball. I could have made it easier for them to score. But by me not seeing that, it made it very difficult. And I don't just want to be the type of player that is on there and he's just a nobody. I want to be relied upon. And in order to be relied upon, you have to show these people that you're good at something and that they want to use your ability. As for me, I'm still getting that ability as a cam, but one of my strengths are my body. It's very strong. It's not easy to knock me off the ball. But yeah. So yeah, every time I have a teammate who's on the left side, I try to be an assistant, and I try to help them out by being on the half line. I know that there's no half line here, but just imagine there is, for argument's sake. Yeah. So around the 18-minute mark, everyone plays and the ball goes out, but then I'm not way up. I'm playing like a striker. No wonder I'm not getting the ball. I don't get why is it that when some people, a person can look at you but not pass you, even though you see yourself in a good situation. And it's just one of those things where the instinct is running the mind. It's just running the mind. I felt like with that pass, he could have utilized the space left behind this guy in the white shirt instead of taking the shot. Because the whole point is to progress play. So more people come in, and the game begins. And I feel like with my positioning, I'm always trying to just get on myself onto the ball and see what I can do with it. And it's not helping. Even when it comes to the angles of receiving the ball or passing the ball, and I'm not following that, and it makes things a little bit difficult, I'd say. So he kicks the ball over, and I'm there at the half line. I feel like I should just be. The type of guy who tracks back just to defend also. So yeah, the ball comes in and he doesn't trap it easily. Oh, he traps it easily, but then I intercept it, and then I'm looking and I'm seeing it, but then there's this green guy, right? But then there's this green guy, and I'm occupied here, and this guy's just my main focus, and instead of protecting the ball, I lose it, right? And I was right when I said my body's my strength. In moments like this, it's very important that you keep controlling, you try and scan. I think in order to see my teammates properly, I have to also see how my enemies are positioned, so that I can look at places where I can find my teammates, because my teammates position themselves based on enemy movement and how they can receive the ball, whereas the enemies are trying to just block. any of my teammates from receiving the ball. So here I turn and then I'm running down the line also. But in moments like that, I would say I scan less and I'm trying to control the ball. Because the ball is in a very tough terrain, which I don't like. Yeah, because the ball is in a tough terrain that I don't like, it's hard to control it. But it also allows me to train myself to control it and then to see how much time I got. And also in this video, my speed of play, I didn't like it because it's kind of slow. It's really slow. And I think the pace could be much more quicker. So here at the 22-minute mark, if you go to it, you'll see that this guy tries to, in a way, dribble me, but he could have made that pass, right? I was trying to block any passes to these guys here, but I end up blocking it. And man, in this place, you just get shouted at if you make a single mistake. And yeah, so now we're on the 23-minute mark, and the boys just they're trying to push it into the middle, and it's a game of, I would say it's a game of see who can get the bouncy ball first. And everyone is just trying to grab it. No one is just trying to keep it under their control based on the play. Yeah, you see how the ball goes? Okay. So yeah, I intercept the ball and I look up and I don't think I saw any of my teammates, so I just leave it off. I wish I could have taken the initiative here and done something, which I should have. It would have been so much easier because I should have done something which would have added more value to myself, because here people are not trusting of people who do not add value to the team in some way or form, whether it's through passing or not. So yeah, the thing is, you see how it is, it gets very chaotic and they just kick it up in the air. And here I am, I received it, and I feel like this guy knew what he was doing when he just kicked it in the air. No, he kicked it in the air. And me looking up, I don't see anything. I don't see any players. I just see people coming toward me. Right, so I just kick it in. And I wish I was just able to understand, okay, if I kick it in, this is the consequences. Or maybe I do, but when I was 3v1 and there was someone here to help me out, right, then the ratio was very against my favor. Just looking at it now, it's just chaotic. And there was a guy who was, his name, someone who I really admire, whoa, I'm very tired. I'm just gonna say Trey. I don't want to butcher his name, but who was able to navigate such a chaotic place. And I wish I was paying close attention, but the way he'd scan and the way he'd deceive people into thinking he's going one way, and then find a pocket of space and then just pause. It released so much pressure, and it was so cool to watch. When you see football played beautifully, you cannot help but sit and watch. And there were a few players that you come across who can do such a thing. I feel like every time I play, it's kind of robotic in a way. I wouldn't say fluid, but it's robotic. It's not fluid, and I'm still trying to learn. But when you're learning this thing, it's really not easy. So on the 30-minute mark, I'm positioning myself out, and just so I can receive the ball. But look at how chaotic it is. There's so many people just trying to cover one tire. and you have to find a moment of space so you can get the ball through and shoot the tie. Yeah, so back to the video. Here I'm just defending, and I felt like I wasn't doing too much. I was not putting effort in. I was just playing as if I was a leaf in the wind. And the goal is to score and make yourself stand out, because when you stand out, people respect that. People respect that you are yourself, and people cannot just put you down. So here I come back, I see what's going on, and I come just to be an option. It's so hard here to be an option, because when people are put under pressure, their head is down. But for that guy, his name is Jay, and his brother Wayne, when they were put under pressure, they could still get their head up, and you just see the ball come to you. And it was then your responsibility to get the ball. In moments like that, you would be certain that these guys would find a little bit of space to just nick the ball through and get it to you, even if it was in the most toughest of spots, which I do freaking admire, and I want to be able to produce. And this other guy called Malu, man, those guys are just absolute players. I wish players like that, there were more players like that, and I wish I could understand and incorporate some form of it myself. So yeah, at the 30-minute mark, right, I get a pass back, and I'm receiving pressure. So it's a V passing pattern, and then I pass back to him. But I don't know if it was the best option, and I don't know if I was aware of my own options, that I had this guy in the brown shirt who is my teammate as my other option. And it's so annoying, and it's a weakness of mine that I have, not to be able to see these options. So I get the ball here. Oh gosh, I hate the ball that bounces like this. So I get it right. I don't look back, and that's the thing. I have time. If I look up, I have time. And then I could have driven into space and at least try and make a play with that guy in the red shirt who's running to the side. And it doesn't work because he's blocking that passing angle. Right, so he's there. If I just taken advantage of that he's on one side, one angle in correlation to me and the ball, it would have been such a good play. So they were just forced to kick it out. And on my part, I didn't like it. So you see here, this guy in the blue shirt, cannot help but admire. He knows how to not only run with the ball, but protect it and progress it in his own way, which is something I'm trying to learn myself. So you see here, I just couldn't. I didn't even see it. Imagine if I looked up, I didn't. There was so much blur, and things go fast for me. I could have just kicked it there, and it would have decreased the number of ratio, because it's so high, it's so condensed there, and there's so much dust. We're just dying here of dust, I'm telling you. When we come back home, our nose is just filled with nothing but dust. No burgers, just dust. Just dust. Alright. I don't know how I received the ball here at the edge. Right, but eventually what they did was that they paused, and then I received the ball at the edge. I wish I was able just to look up and really assess the situation and see whether I was in danger or not. Right? So here am I. Right? He wants to receive a pass because he knows that, okay, this is a gap. Receive the pass, but I don't pass. It should have been a passing option there. It would have progressed the play much closer, but then I decided to dribble, and the reason why it worked was because that foot that he was trying to he anticipated first that I was gonna do this, and I saw that this feet was the one he was gonna use, and I just overhit it there. That's part of the reason why it got a turnover. If I just didn't hit it with less power, it would have been a 1v1 and a nice break in. So yeah, happens, but you gotta also watch out for that. So now you see this guy who receives the ball, he has his hand up already. And it's the same problem I have. I cannot look up and just see what's going on here. Just having a glimpse of what the hell is going on in this chaotic place filled with dust. You see here, at the 37-minute mark, it would have been a great option for me to drive down the space left on my right. If I was able just to do that, man, it would have given an opportunity to the striker. Okay, so here on the 39-minute mark, I received the ball and I turn. So then I see this pressure coming and I push it away. I felt like here he wanted me to receive the ball, but I wanted it would have been effective. Look at him here, he's in front. There's so much setup here. And it would have been better if I just passed it at the 90 instead of the 45. Yeah. And also, yeah, it would have been hard for me because situations like this where someone is running to block your option, if you pass and the option is blocked, this is what they'll say. They'll say you passed late, number one, or you just have bad decision making. So you have to also decide how can you make decisions that don't put you in jeopardy after the game. Because people talk, and man, people's judgments are always going to be shallow. Most of them actually are just going to be shallow. If you understand where people are coming from, you'll also understand that people won't know how you feel when you make mistakes. So this is the only way they can actually speak of when it comes to you and your mistakes. And one of them is just speaking of what the hell are you doing? We're very close and the camera's just blurry. Blurry. So, in this video, what would I say I learned? I just miss opportunities. And it's not, and why I miss opportunities is because it's not easy for me to get triggers from them. And when I mean triggers, my brain doesn't tell me, oh, you have this chance to do this. You have a chance to do that. My brain doesn't tell me that. My brain just tells me whatever I think is right. And it's annoying because you're trying to change a behavior and you're trying to put it into your brain, but your brain is so stuck in your old ways. So that's another problem situation. What else? Passing early, passing through gaps. Then what else? Because in this game, whenever I had the ball, I didn't explore, just like the guy in the blue shirt. I should be able to explore a little bit more, especially when the ratio on one side is uneven, and switch. But also I think another problem is another thing that guy can improve, the one in the blue shirt, what he can improve is just, I wouldn't say speed passing faster, but if he's going to dribble it, at least he must get it closer and be able to make a successful pass, in my opinion, instead of being incomplete. I'm no better myself. I can bring the ball closer, but then when it comes to making a successful pass, it's hard. This place is just hard to do when there's so much chaos. And I've seen Ruan Dre, an old friend of mine, do stuff like that. He's able to take the ball from one space to another, and based on what defenders are doing around him, he's just able to get the pass. He's just able to get the pass in to the right person, and the right person usually has space and time. And with space and time, the person is in a dangerous situation. And I think it's because when he's running, he's looking up. He's quickly looking up and looking if he has control of the ball. Looking up, looking if he has control of the ball. And then he has such smooth control. I mean, this guy is not big. You know, he's actually small in body, but he's able to have such a great amount of influence and control over the game, which is very good and cool. So here at the 49th minute, I ran the ball down, and what I'm trying to do is just really explore, and I don't want to pass to the guy in the blue shirt because it's just way too close. Nothing's gonna happen. It's just gonna stop me. So then I see this guy in the light blue, and I dribble him. But then my problem is this guy, the one in the brown, who's an opponent. So then I try to pass to this guy at the far end, and it's just too late. I should have just been the one to push it and take it and go outward and then pass to someone who's coming inward, which would have been it's not one of those tactics he was able to use. With this guy called Malu, he was just able to. He was going side to side, making 1-2 plays, which was very cool and admirable. I liked it. Why am I saying admirable all of a sudden? What does that mean? Yeah, that's what he used to do. So this video, I did it because I knew I had to just. I was telling myself I'll do it, but I was slacking off, which is my fault. But finally, I did it, and I would say if I'm going to become a Premier League football player, then fitness, that's number one. My ability to assess the situation, that's number two. Not just assess, but when I look up, I can think of ideas. I can think of ideas to actually hurt the opponent. That's what I can do. And also from anywhere doing that, and then having control of the ball, then moments where I scan, and then actually doing actions based off my skill. For example, if I have a dribbling skill and I want to dribble, I'm gonna dribble, but I'm gonna dribble to pass to someone who's coming inward. If I am about to use my body and run with the ball to protect it, I'm going to run with the ball closer so that I can have more space and time to switch the ball. What else? And just being available to block, to number one, block enemies from getting the ball, and also being available to just thread the ball in, even if it's a small pass, just thread it in. It's something I also work on, because the difficult thing of playing football is like when someone is keeping up with you and you're facing side to side away from the goal, it's hard just to thread it, because now it's a different view, which is something I have to practice on and understand how it works. But I appreciate you guys if you went this far. I don't know if there's any views here, but yeah.